Now we're ready to insert blocks, which will be the signs and the guard posts and traffic arrows and whatnot. So we'll set the appropriate layer current. It's called P-signs, stands for proposed. It's magenta because it'll produce a bold line weight when it's plotted. So on the insert command, I will go to the drop down list, and here's all of our objects. The guard post, we got the handicap detail, actually we'll use that later. The sign for the handicaps, just a simple circle with a line on it. A large sign, a small sign, and traffic arrows. So I'll insert the welcome sign first, specify the insertion point, and pick it about right here. Now its orientation is not good. I need to orient it to where it's parallel to the blue property line. So I'm going to move it using the move command wherever it went. Where did move go? Well, I'll just type in move and pick on my object, snap to endpoint, and snap to nearest on the blue property line. I'll do it down here. And then I'll rotate this object so that this edge is parallel to the blue property line. I'll click the base point, and then my options while I'm in the middle of the command is reference. I'll choose the reference option, and then I'll snap to that same corner base point and then snap to the end point down here, and you can see now that it follows my rubber band. So now I can use the nearest snap and hover on the line and click, and so now my sign is oriented properly and I can move it into position. So that's how you would insert the signs with the insert block command, whether it's the small sign or the large one. I'll insert the traffic arrow just for good measure. I'll snap it to nearest on this line here because our traffic arrows run parallel to our curbs. I'll use the rotate command, pick the traffic arrow, snap to the midpoint here. Oh, actually it should be the end point. This arrow is made up of two polylines. And notice how it's hard for me to make it where it's going to be parallel. So I can use my reference option, snap to endpoint, snap to endpoint again here, and then now it follows me, and I can snap to nearest. Alright, and then move it where it needs to go, and then we'll use the mirror command. Pick on that, snap to nearest right about the middle of the driveway, and then snap perpendicular here. And I don't want to erase the source, but I do want to rotate the mirrored one 180 degrees. So now it's facing the other way. Okay, and then you'll just simply use the copy command to add these throughout the site where necessary. Now don't do this. Don't rotate these and have them be, like that, and then leave it. That's not very careful. So instead of doing that, you know that all of our drives are perpendicular to each other. We don't have any odd angles. So with the rotate command, simply pick your objects, type in 90 degrees, and then move them into place. And refer to your instructor example drawing for placement. But now they're perfectly parallel to the drive aisle. Okay, so hopefully that helps. You have the other things to insert, which are the guard posts. You can just look at the example drawing on where those go. Alright. Now I inserted these arrows here, but I wasn't careful with my layer management. They're still on the P signs layer. I'll put them now on the P traffic arrows layer. So make sure you're careful about what layers your objects are on. And we have some for the dumpster, for the fence, fire lanes, the handicap signs, the regular signs, and the traffic arrows. We also have notes and labels that are green for the items that will go in paper space, such as our site legend and our notes.